Hello and welcome to my tutorial and little walkthrough of this set of 10 mini folios. They're really rather lovely. I'm printing on 250 throughout. You could get away with 200. What's special about these little guys is that I set myself the challenge that each one had to be printed on one sheet of paper. So they're a nice quick make that doesn't use up too much of your supplies and will make a nice little bit of standalone happy mail or as an addition to a journal, and you've got different colourways there, so you've got lots of things to work with that will suit your projects. Now this is folio 1. It's got a little closure on the front, a nice little pattern background, and then we can open it up. We've got 2 tags on the inside with these pockets. Now none of the pockets in this kit have got tabs on them, and I made them that way to fit on the piece of paper that I set myself the challenge for, but also and mostly I didn't want them taking up much bulk if you want to use these as little journal inserts. So that's number 1. Number 2 has got a bit of depth to it because there's a lot going on this one. I'm really pleased with the amount I managed to fit on the page. We open up, and we've got a little tag and a pocket down here. We've got a pocket here with a tag in it, a pocket on this side with a tag on it, and then when we open it up, we've got all these pockets and all these tags. So that's folio number 2. Folio number 3 is this one here, very pretty. It's got a pocket on the back with a tag. It's got a little closure on it, and then when we open it up, we've got this lovely sweep of pockets with these pretty tags on the inside. So that's number 3. Number 4 is so pretty. It's got delphiniums on the front and the back. It's got a little slit in there that acts as the closure, and when we open it up, we've got this beautiful, beautiful array of vintage florals in these lovely little pockets. So that's number 4. Number 5 is a William Morris theme, and we've got this little belly band on the front. And we open it up, we've got a tag on each side in a little pocket. We've also got a little pocket there that you could put on the back, and we've got 2 little tags that get held in place by those flaps there. So that's number 5. Folio number 6 is this lovely shaped butterfly themed folio with daisies, and we've got a little pocket on the front here with a tag. We've got a little closure here that goes into this offset slit, and then when we open it up, we've got all of these pockets and tags. So that's number 6. Number 7 is the tall bookmark folio, and that one has its own little wallet, and it's a zigzag folio. So on the front you've got all of those beautiful patterns, and then on the inside you've got all of these long tags on these little pockets, and that one pops in there. Folio number 8 is this fella here. This has got a circle pocket, a hidden tag, a hidden pocket on the front that our little ladybird fits inside. Got a beautiful, beautiful moth on the back, and then on the inside we've got 2 very narrow pockets, and we've got this big pocket here with room for these tags. I'm amazed at how much I've managed to fit on one piece of paper. I love these a lot. And then we've got folio number 9, which is this little guy here. You've got 2 pockets and tags there, and what have we got on the back? That's plain back. And then when we open this up, we get this on the inside with this lovely circle tag on the inside in this pocket. So that's number 9, and number 10 is this little fella here. Again, this beautiful plainish pattern on the outside of this gorgeous heart, and when we open up the heart, we've got a pocket on each of the narrower flips, and we've got 2 tags and this large tag here. So there we go. That is the set of 10 mini folios. They're really lovely, really fun to make. 1 page each. Obviously you need to reverse print them. You do get the backing sheets with them as well. Let's go ahead and make these things up. Folio number 1 is this shape here. We've got some scoring to do there. Turn it over, little seam of glue along that edge there. Fold this flap into the middle. That's your folio. You've got a pocket here glue all the way around 3 sides. This sits in slightly, so just give it a tiny little margin all the way around. There's your basic folio. Here is your closure. Glue half of your closure, pop this on, pop your closure in the middle, and this will keep your folio nice and closed. You've got 2 tags here that are then going to pop in to your pocket, and that's it. That's folio number 1 complete when I can get this in. There we go, folio number 1. Very pretty. Now, folio 2 has quite a few little bits and bobs with it. We're going to make the main construction, and that's score, 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 score. Fold all of the pieces inwards. Now, this piece at the bottom forms a little pocket, so fold that one upwards. A little bit of glue down both sides. And glue that together like that. There are 4 pockets to choose from. These 4 pieces are the same size. So find these 4 that are the same size. Choose which 2 you'd like to be pockets. I'm going to use the daisies. Give yourself a little seam of glue all the way around the edge there. As close to the edge as you can, because we've got no little flaps on the edges of any of these pockets to give you more depth. So you want to give yourself as much room in those pockets as you possibly can. Glue that on. There's a little margin around there as well, so allow for that tiny little margin. And there's your folio complete. We'll let those dry whilst I pop on my closure. And your closure can either go this way round like this with your little fella on the front there, which is rather nice, or you can pop these pieces inside and have these pieces on the outside. I'm going to go with this one, and I'm also going to pop 2 little pockets on the outsides here. If you want to, and I did intend to and completely forgot, you can thumb cut a little shape. I've left it a square shape to give you that option if you want to, and you don't have to. If you don't want to, could have gone a bit deeper there, but you get the idea. So a little pocket on there. I think I've just got room for a little pocket on there. So there we go. This is a lovely little folio. There's it's a little, but it is mighty. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with it. We've also got a pocket for this space here, and that's that one. And I am going to thumb cut this. I'll go a little bit deeper this time. Centrally would have been nice. It is hard on a smaller scale. It shows up more. So this is the central pocket. I love this little blue folio. Central pocket of our little blue folio. We'll leave those to dry before I go stuffing it. And I'm going to go this way around like this. And I'm going to put my little closure. Glue half. Fold these 2 pieces up like this. Get my little piece that's got glue on the bottom half of it. And just pop that down in place. I can slide that out now and let that dry. There we go. That's that one done. Let's stuff it. We've got this large tag here. That's designed to go in this pocket. And like I say, our pockets are shallow because I didn't want to make the bulk. Whoops. With this little collection of mini folios, but there's still some nice little tuck spots and room in there because you've got these 2 pockets as well to pop your bits and bobs in. There we are. It all fits very, very nicely. It looks really lovely. Let's fold it up. one piece here that wants to tuck in a bit better than that. There we are. And we can fold that up. And there's this beautiful little folio. I like that one. I like that one a lot. So that's folios number 1 and 2. And here's folio number 3. We've got 2 score lines down here. So crease and fold, and ignore the fact that I've printed my butterflies upside down. I realised it. I had a problem with my printer. I had to take everything in my printer, put it back in upside down. By the time I realised, I thought, oh my goodness, I am not doing that again. So there is that folded up like that. Now we've got 4 pockets. I've got these shaped pockets to go, one on the left and one on the right. Little border. Pay attention to the border being even all the way around, because it makes a nice effect when we get this right with the pink border here. It makes this lovely sweeping curved shape that's really pretty, and I wish my butterflies were the right way up, but I'm sure yours will be, because you're not a twit like me. And then we've got a pocket to go around the back here, and that's this little fence here, and that one sticks on there like that. And then we can quite simply load our little folio. My ink's still wet, yours won't be. We've got one that goes here, we've got one that goes in the back there, and we've got, I won't pop them in now, you don't need me to see me doing that. And then you've got one each, and you've got another little one there as well. And we've also got a closure on that one, so if you want to glue half, pop that on there. I think I'll glue, actually, let's glue a little bit more than we normally do. It's going to glue about 3/4 and pop this just down here like this, and we've got this nice little closure. Another lovely little folio done. So folio 4 is ever so sweet and simple. It's so pretty. I love this one. We've got 2 scores here, very simple, pulled together as you'd expect. 2 little pockets to go on the inside, exactly as you'd expect, and then we've got tags to go in those pockets. But what we also have with this one, if you turn it around to this side, you will see a very faint line on that piece there. Go ahead and slice down that straight line before you put your pockets on, preferably, but there is room after you've done them, and then that will close by popping that in there, and that will keep your folio closed. So there we go, that's folio number 4, and here are its little tags that I won't pop in at the moment because my glue isn't quite dry. And there we go, that fastens just like that. And folio number 5 has got 2 scores here and here, and 2 scores here and here, here and here. So when you've done that, fold them up into the middle and fold up the top and the bottom. Now you've got a little bit of leeway with these 3 pockets here. I've got one to go on the left, inset slightly, don't go right up to the edge, there's a tiny little border there, and the same on the right. And you've got another one here that you can either pop in here, or you can turn that over and you can pop that on the back if you want. I'm going to go on the inside here, let's have them all together. But if you want to put that one on the back and put these tags, these large tags in the middle, these 2 flaps here will keep that in place. That's the idea behind that. And then you've got a tag to go in each of the little pockets on the sides there. But I'm not going to put those in now because my glue's still wet. And then for this one, you've also got a belly band. And what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to get a bit of ink, use that edge. I'm going to take this flower end and I'm going to use that at the front here. And I'm going to bring this round and round, and I'm going to pop the flower on the top. There we are. And there's a nice little belly band that's going to keep this nice little folio closed for you. So that's folio number 5. This is folio number 6. We've got 2 score lines down here so that we can then fold the large piece in and then fold the smaller piece over the top. If you need to trim down slightly, you trim down slightly. I needed to. And we've also got a cut line right here that we need to do with a knife, and that is to pop this little tab in here that forms our closure for this piece here. Now, before we stick these pockets on willy-nilly, it's a good idea to identify which pockets go where, because there's a few pieces. So I have got these 2 pieces here. This is my pocket, but I'm only gluing on 2 sides to make little tuck spots. Don't glue this edge here, don't glue that. Allow yourself a little bit of a margin there, pop that one in place, and then that's space for that little tag to just tuck in there like that. It'll go a little bit further. I'm not pushing it because my glue's wet. So that's that one. Then we have a longer tuck spot here, and again you're just going to do 2 edges, and that will sit on top or at the bottom of the line that you've just cut. So tiny little margin, not much, and there's your space there for this tag when your glue is dry. Then we have this here. You can either make this a tuck spot by just gluing at the bottom, or you can come up these sides and make it into a little bit more of a pocket, and that's what I'm going to do. Pop that one on there. I needed to trim this down a little bit as well, just to allow for the folds with the thickness of the paper. And that's the space there for that big tag there, that I won't force it. And then we have got, what have we got here? We've got one final little pocket, and that's this one, a little tuck spot. Again, down the 2 edges. Pop that on the top, omit that one if you don't want it, and then you've got a space there for that final tag. There's an extra little tag there as well. And this will close when your tags are in place like this. This is the tag for this one. My glue's still wet, I won't leave it there. This will still close. And here is mini folio number 7. This one is a little zigzag folio. So we've got 3 folds to make there. And we're just going to go backwards and forwards, and you can do that either way. Or if you wanted to make this into a trifold, you could also do that as well. I'm going to stick with my original zigzag plan, I think. And then we've got this beautiful side here, and we've got this plain side here, and we've got these 3 little pockets. And I'm going to stick my 3 little pockets with ever such a tiny little margin, just to allow for the folding not to be compromised. I'm going to pop my little pockets down here, and you can pop yours wherever you like. You can pop them on that side if you wanted to. And then I've got these 3 long tags here that I won't pop in at the moment because my glue's drying, and they're just going to go in place like that. And then we're going to be zigzag folding this up like this. Like I say, if you want to trifold, you can do, that's very nice. And then we've got this little wallet to keep this nicely closed here, and we've just got a crease down here. We've got 2 creases to make there, and we're just going to fold this up into a little wallet shape like this, and our folded piece, whether zigzagged or trifolded, is going to pop in its little wallet there, just to keep that nice and closed. So that is little mini folio number 7. And here is folio number 8. I particularly like this one. It's right up my street. Now then, before we get on to the front, which is particularly lovely, we've got these 2 little pockets to pop on these side pieces here. There's a little bit of a margin, so centralise that. And now those are for these long tags here, but it's very tight, a very narrow seam of glue, and if your tag is a little bit too wide, just trim just the slightest little bit off that straight edge and you'll be grand. Then we've got a little pocket to go in the centre here. Again, another narrow seam of glue. Thumb cut that if you want to. I've left that alone just as a square. That will then take this tag here. You've got these tags going in these pockets the other way around, that way. And you've got 2 extra little tags here that will go in your central pocket. I'm not going to pop them in now, obviously, because my glue isn't dry. And then if we move to the front, I particularly love this. We've got a little circle pocket, and it's a hidden pocket. And I'll show you how we need to line that up right now, because it doesn't butt right up to the edge. There's a little tiny border, so you just want to make that little border all the way around and then line up your butterfly as best you can. There we go. So there's your little hidden pocket, and your little ladybug tag will sit in there quite nicely. Won't do that at the moment. Then decide which side you want to glue. You can glue either the left or the right. I'm going to glue the left. I'm going to make sure that my tag is the right way up. Glue half. Pop it in the centre so I've got a nice even border going all the way around there. Line my butterfly up with the centre of the page, and then I can then press that down, and that's what that looks like when it opens. You've got your little tag to go in there, you've got these tags to go inside, and that is folio number 8. Here is folio number 9, and with folio number 9 we have got some score lines here, here, here and here, and when we scored we can fold this whole shape in on itself and fold these 2 shapes back to the outside, so then you get this rose that matches up, and when you open it up you get that lovely effect there like that. Now these pockets here, you've got 2 narrow pockets and you've got 1 big pocket for the middle. The narrow pockets, if you want to, you can glue those onto the inside, or you can glue them onto these sections here, and that's where I'm going to go with these. Give myself some added interest to the outside. There's already so much going on the inside, but it's up to you. So a little bit of a margin all the way around, and these tags will then go in here. I won't pop them on while my glue is drying, and they're going to look kind of like that when that's done. So you've got that little bit of interest there, and then you open up, you've got this lovely big space. My other pocket is going to go on here like this. If you want to leave that, you can do, and you could stick that pocket on the back there, up to you entirely. And then this pocket here, my glue's still wet obviously, this pocket here then houses that lovely round tag there. Let's have a look at that. These pieces aren't in their pockets obviously. I'm not going to chance it while my glue's still wet. So there we go, I've got those 2 little tags under there. I open up to this lovely round tag here. There we go, that is folio number 9. And finally we have folio number 10. Folio number 10 is similar in its construction to folio number 9, but with a heart shape instead of a circle. So again we've got these scores down these sections here, and then we're just going to fold the thing together like this. And you may like to fold these 2 pieces over first of all, turn your form over, and then line these two pieces up exactly so they're sitting very nicely, they're not overlapping each other, etc. And then just reinforce and make any slight adjustment to that piece that you need to. That's how I've found that works for me. And this time I'm going to stick my little pockets on the inside because this section is a little bit simpler. So I've got 2 pockets to take up this space here that echo the design of the heart on the front that I absolutely love. I think this is one of my favourite folios. It's so beautiful. And then we've got another pocket here that's going to go in the middle like this, and that's going to take this large heart here, and these pockets here are going to take these 2 smaller tags, but I'm not putting them in now because my glue is still wet. And there we are. That is folio number 10, and we are done.